Breaking news at 6, a former Fairbanks priest kidnapped in Africa. What we know about his disappearance and how those who know him are responding. And a search suspended for a missing ski mountaineer at Denali National Park, how weather has now become a dangerous factor and what it means for a possible recovery. Plus, what was discussed at the Alaska Sustainable Energy Conference as 3 members of the Trump cabinet come to the state to pitch some of their plans.
We're seeing wet and windy June weather. The winds are up and the rain is going to be coming down. I'll go over your forecast.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
And breaking tonight as we come on the air at 6, an international terrorist group is believed to be holding a former Fairbanks priest hostage. That comes as the Diocese of Fairbanks held a mass for him this afternoon. Leaders for the Catholic Diocese of Fairbanks say that their counterparts in Nigeria informed them on Sunday that Boko Haram members had captured Reverend Alphonsus Afina and 2 companions. In 2013, the United States designated Boko Haram as a terrorist organization. Reverend Afina spent 6.5 years in Alaska, including time spent serving Alaskan Natives villages in the Seward Peninsula. Diocese leaders say that Father Afina traveled to Nigeria to help build a trauma center in the country for the Boko Haram victims.
The turnout was absolutely amazing. We put word out yesterday, and in less than 24 hours, we had a couple hundred people gathered at the cathedral here in Fairbanks for a mass to pray for Father Alphonsus, other victims of the Boko Haram, that they'd be given strength and, God willing, that they would be released back to us to continue their mission.
Now, no other information about Reverend Afina's condition has been made public since Sunday. Also breaking tonight, we've learned 47-year-old Monica Marshall from Anchorage has been charged with 73 counts of animal neglect. That's according to court documents. Anchorage Animal Care and Control officials have characterized the case to include hoarding more than 70 dogs they say were found in, quote, unimaginable conditions in May. Now, as of last update, the AACC says 31 of the 71 dogs remain at the shelter. Marshall's arraignment is scheduled for July 23rd. And still developing right now at Denali National Park, high winds and snow have suspended a search for a missing 41-year-old ski mountaineer. A Denali National Park spokesperson says that the person fell along the mountain's west buttress. High winds and snow have made recovery efforts difficult, and we're told it happened in an area known locally as Squirrel Point, where the mountaineer from Washington State fell toward Peters Glacier. That's a 3,000-foot area of exposed rock and ice. The park spokesperson said 2 other ski mountaineers were in the party. After seeing the fall, they lowered over the edge to try and search for the missing man with no luck. They were able to descend to Camp 1 for help. Search and rescue efforts will start once conditions clear. All right, you're probably seeing it, the trees swaying in the wind. South Central today. Jackie Purcell's been watching the evolving weather and joins us now. Jackie.
That's right. Wind gusts and rain showers are making these first days of June seem much less summer-like. Let's check out what we're seeing out there. Wet roads. And the winds have been gusty. It looks like they've calmed a bit as we head into the early part of the evening, but they're still going to be on the gusty side as we go through the next 24 hours. Our highest temperature today, 52 degrees. Normally it's about 61 this time of year. Record is from 2022, 78 degrees. We have seen those temperatures into the 40s, so that's near normal. As far as our highest and official temperature, you saw that up to 52. We're at 49, and the winds out of the south-southeast, 18, gusting up to 33 miles per hour. And the max gust we've seen up to 52 miles per hour. And it has been a windy one, as well as wet weather moving across the region, and especially heavy just to our west across the inlet near Alexander Creek. Region-wide, though, we're continuing to see wet weather even into Prince William Sound. Lightning strikes picking up into the interior. 1.21 inches of rain for Portage, 0.8 of an inch plus in Seward, and coming up on 0.4 of an inch in Cordova. Fairbanks right now at 61 degrees. Their winds up to 14 miles per hour to the west-southwest. We're going to continue to see this wet weather, especially for coastal locations, into Wednesday as well as into Thursday, with scattered showers into the interior, even possible thunderstorms. So that's what we'll be dealing with, and some of the heaviest rains will be in parts of Prince William Sound over the next couple of days. up to 2.6 inches in Whittier, could be 3.4 in Cordova. I'll be going over the forecast more coming up a little bit later right here on the 6 o'clock report.
All right, thank you, Jackie. Trump administration cabinet members continued their Alaska tour as Governor Mike Dunleavy's annual energy conference started. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum says Alaska projects expand oil and gas development, including the potential of the long talked about liquefied natural gas line. He says it will help with national security.
This pipeline, but as a test case for can America build the infrastructure it needs for us to achieve the energy dominance, the energy abundance that we need to win the AI arms race, to be able to have lower energy prices.
Well, supporters argue one of the main reasons an Alaska pipeline's needed is to help with natural gas supply and demand. Some lawmakers are concerned about cost and its feasibility, including if there's enough interest to purchase the gas, which the administration says there is. The governor's conference is billed as the biggest gathering of energy professionals in the state. The governor's office says more than 1,100 people attended today's opening day ceremonies or events. Federal Arctic energy leaders say this year they're seeing a lot of foreign interest in Alaska's energy potential.
We have attendees from Asian nations. We have attendees from other non-Asian nations. It underscores how important Alaska is and is continuing to become globally as an energy epicenter.
On the other side, environmentalists have criticized the event as promoting new oil and gas drilling and turning away from the climate crisis. We have complete coverage continuing on our website and the mobile app. Well, there's new leadership for the Anchorage Wolverines hockey program. Here to talk details, Sports Director Jordan Rodenberger.
Yeah, John, the Anchorage Wolverines are in search of their next head coach after the team is parting ways with Nick Walters after 2 seasons, confirmed by Walters and the Wolverines, with the organization stating the decision comes after a period of reflection and discussions between Coach Walters and the team's leadership. Now, Walters led the Wolverines to the playoffs in both seasons as head coach, where the team saw a league record crowd show up to the Sullivan Arena this year, coming up just 1 game shy of the NAHL semifinals this year. Now, other movement within the program includes the promotion of assistant GM Merritt Waldrop to general manager and the hiring of longtime ASAA official Isaiah Vreeman as the team's president. Now, as we'll learn more, please stay tuned into Alaska's news source for any updates on Anchorage's coaching search and other changes that come within the program. John?
Jordan Rodenberger, thank you very much. And still ahead, our road tripping series continues. We're going to show a place bustling with bird activity. See where people living and visiting enjoy plenty of bird watching. Plus, we're previewing the biggest summer state Special Olympic Games in a decade. Oh, we're chatting with the program's CEO and president, live coming up.
You're watching Alaska's news source.
We'll leave it to bird watchers to find the coolest places to explore. And Adak Island near the tip of the Aleutians is a hot spot for birders. Yes, despite the seemingly never-ending strong winds, there have been as many as 150 known bird species documented in Adak, and very few people. So, of course, we take a little road tripping tour to do a little bird watching.
One of the really great things here in Adak is bird watching. It's a migratory route for many species, and we're here at Clam Lagoon, and we've already seen so many different interesting types of birds.
In Adak, it's often as simple as looking up. It really is.
Look at this. More.
Look up, left, then right, even look down. Maybe you'll see an eagle or a seagull, or hear one of the many species of ptarmigan. Could that be a cackling goose? Maybe an eastern spotted-billed duck, or a northern pintail. The Alaska Department of Fish and Game says those birds are pretty common here during the spring, but there's also a chance you might see some uncommon, even rare species migrating through the Aleutians from Asia. That makes Adak a bird-watching destination, both in spring and fall. Look at this. Even up this high, we have a great view to sit and watch eagles and seagulls devour food on the beach. This is the Adak experience. Equal parts heavenly, haunting, historical. So much natural beauty, you can't believe it's real.
That's a ptarmigan. Yeah.
Oh, you're so cute.
Yeah, they are goofy birds.
Goofy like a frog. On the drive to Lake Andrew, we saw so many ptarmigan, it's like they were popping up every few minutes to say hi, or more likely telling us to get lost. Clam Lagoon is full of sea otters, harbor seals, and in the coming months, sea lions. The sprawling mudflats around this lagoon are a birder's paradise. Just driving around at night, you see this. Can you believe that? And how about this incredible scene in Finger Bay? While we were fishing off the coast of Adak.
We've got 2 eagles on the beach.
We couldn't escape the eagles. They watched us while we watched them. My advice if you make the trip to Adak, take it slow, bring your binoculars, and just wait to see what can happen.
Great job by Rebecca and our road tripping crew. You probably noticed in that story and all of those that we filmed in Adak, you can't help but hear the gusty wind. It's seemingly never ending. It's why Adak calls itself the birthplace of the winds. And coming up in our final story from Adak, our road tripping crew travels by foot to hike to some of the best sightseeing spots on the island.
Thanks for listening. Click subscribe so you can get the latest podcast from Alaska's news source automatically. And stay up to date with breaking news and in-depth reporting available for free 24/7 with the Alaska's news source app.